Let me know if you can hear me, guys. There's a truck down there that I'm going to try to catch up with. I am live here at St. Helens Slaughterhouse in Toronto, Canada. I was going to stop by here, the tannery, but I see a truck down the road. Hopefully he doesn't spot me and I can get to him before. And just stick with me, guys. And hopefully we can show you the truth. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me, how the stream is going, if it's glitchy, if it's anything like that. Hi, Allison. Thank you. Hopefully this guy doesn't see me and just take off. That's what they tend to do, right? So they want to hide it. It's a bit chilly, but yeah, I guess. The door's open back there so I can show you guys something maybe some of you haven't seen before. Fuck, I hate being out here, but somebody's got to do it, right? Yeah, it's just chilly. And maybe the nerves too, about being out here. This hellhole kills innocent mother cows, often still pregnant. Who knows, this truck could be empty, but we'll see. Maybe it won't be. And you guys can get a glimpse of why we're out here, why I'm out here showing the truth. I haven't been here in a while. Fuck the smell already, straight away. Yeah, it looks like it's empty. Empty death truck. How disgusting is that? But I'll give you a glimpse, guys, to how it's empty and how a bunch of poor cows went to get executed. Insane. So I think I'm gonna go back this way. I'll just show you my face. Maybe I can get some B-roll here. And just show what it looks like before and after being executed. So guys, I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. A lot of you already know that, but for the new ones in the room, I worked for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency for 15 and a half years. I saw a lot of horrific things, thought we had to eat animals, changed 12 years ago, and now this is what I do. I share the truth about what takes place in this disgusting nightmare, animal industrial fucking complex that we have, the way we use animals, the way we torture them, confine them, commodify them, exploit them. And I'm here to say we don't have to do it. So I'm going to spend the rest of my life ending this fucking nightmare for those poor innocent animals who don't have to go through that, who shouldn't have to be put through that. See an employee there, so I'm just going to sneak here. I'm going to show you guys something pretty disgusting. Maybe some of you haven't seen it before. What they do with the skins of the poor cows. So just bear with me, guys. It's right here through this door. Employees get pretty triggered when I show this, so just be prepared for an abrupt reaction. Look at this fucking disgusting shit. Look at that. And you can see the skins right there. Oh my God, the smell. I'm gonna vomit. Oh, fuck, it stinks so bad, guys. Yeah, they slam the doors fast because they don't want you to see. People work in this. This isn't a community, like, this is the mother's skins. How fucking vile and disgusting it is. I've had employees splash the chemicals at me, slam doors at me, yell at me. At the place, I'm gonna go down the street here. I've had people, look, see he's running. So why don't we show the truth, my guy? Let's leave it open. Share with the world the truth, the reality of what happens in there. How disgusting. So disgusting. So that's his rebuttal to me, right? He slams the door on my face just as a bit of aggression, right? If you're proud of what you do, you wouldn't have to slam doors, right? You would be okay with what takes place. You wouldn't hide it from the public, right? And so now these guys, they don't realize I got some new equipment. So I'm going to be able to expose these places a lot better now. Thank you to wonderful activists who have helped me out. Look at this. Look at the skins there. Look at that. How disgusting that is. Those poor cows, what they went through, what they had to go through just for what? For what, guys? Look at that. Guys, share this out. Hit like. Tell the world what happens in animal agriculture. Share the truth, guys. They need our help. They need more of us speaking up and fighting against this injustice. In the bin there, those are skins. Those are mother skins below. You can see the top. Those are the skins going to be so-called processed. They were live a few hours ago exactly. And now look at this. How disgusting. The smell is rancid. This isn't a community. This isn't a community. This isn't a community, sir. There's houses right over there. This is disgusting. This needs to end. What do you think?
I'm just a truck driver.
I know, but you can drive other things, right? There's other jobs out there. You don't have to do this.
We do a lot of other things besides this.
Yeah, it's awful. These guys are immigrants. They're refugees. They're working in chemicals. It doesn't have to happen, you know? I'm just getting out of his way. Yeah, it's the stench here. There's communities around here, houses, children play in the neighborhoods around here. And what do you think happens in the water and stuff like that? It gets dumped, you know, there's runoff. There's a lot of potential for health issues, let alone what we're doing to those poor cows. How disgusting is this, the smell? Guys, green hearts, please. Hit like, hit share out the stream as well. Let's get this out to as many people as possible. The smell is just absolutely horrific. I can't even explain it to you. Thank you for being here, guys. So I have a camera here where I'm able to get different angles now. Thank you to some incredible people who have donated to activists like myself, able to show different angles, different things you may not have seen before. I'm surprised there hasn't been an employee to come up and like shut the gate fully. Usually that happens. So you can see them working in the chemicals bath with the skins, and how absurd that is, what that does to their lungs, their skin, and let alone what's happened to the poor animals that are going through this experience, being confined, tortured, having their skin ripped off, having their babies stolen. Guys, it is disgusting here. So these aren't your typical college educated employees or coming out of college. These are immigrants, refugees. Nobody wants to work in places like this, right? Nobody does. Yeah, it's crazy that it's wide open too. So you can imagine, they talk about rats and this new virus that's coming out with rats. Well, rats are attracted to places like this, right? So you quite, oh, here we go. So I got a guy yelling, so they're gonna come at me soon. You can see the chemicals going on the ground. This is in Toronto. This is in a neighborhood, literally I could take a rock and I can throw it to the closest house. And this is allowed to happen in our communities, in our environment. How insane is that, right? Guys, one, in the chat if you're vegan. Two, if you're someone who's open-minded to change and doesn't want things like this in your community. And three, if you're okay with this, if you're fine with this happening in neighborhoods and communities. Yeah, see, that's the other thing, right? Like, the mass might get hot and sweaty and stuff like that. So if you're just tuning in, these are skins of cows dipped in chemical baths. So they're like literally rinsing the cow's skin through chemicals, and then they're going to hang them and they're going to dry them. I'm not sure exactly the entire process, but I know they're going to be shipped to places like China and whatnot, just putting such a burden on the environment, and then also being shipped back so people can wear skins, which is completely not necessary, right? Like, it's 2026, you don't have to wear leather or anything like that. You think about the zoonotic disease risk, you think about the risks to the workers, you think about the risks to the communities, and of course, most importantly, you think about what happens to the animals and what they're going through. This experience being used for their flesh, being used for their skin. People don't really think far outside of their own like little ecosystem. When they don't think of the further consequences of this, they get scared of things like there's that new virus going around in rats. Well, if you go to Mike the Vegan, he's just done a video on potentially animal agriculture is a massive driver of these zoonotic risks for the recent virus, let alone all viruses. So you can see the skin there. You know, these are skins of cows. They're drenched into these baths. You know, these workers are exposed to this. And this is what I'm showing today, guys. I'm showing slaughterhouses down the road. And you look at, you know, not wearing masks and stuff like that. Like, what do you think that does, right? So here we go. So I'm surprised that didn't happen sooner. So that was a nice long time that we got to see the truth. And this Irish King guy, I think I'm gonna maybe ban him because he's really annoying. But as you can see, guys, look, I got a camera now, and I can literally, you'll see, I can stick the camera up, and now the only risk I have actually is them spraying water at me, which they've done several times, but. So I figured I'd show them that I can do that, you know? And then now they realize that maybe shutting the door on me isn't going to work all the time. So guys, once again, I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I worked for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency for 15 and a half years. I saw a lot of things that you can't even imagine happens. This industry is a sham. It's a lie. They make up lies like humane welfare. Farmers, you know, these so-called, oh, I'm a good farmer, I treat my animals right. None of them do, right? They send them to slaughter just for their fucking bank, their generational wealth. That's exactly what they do. Don't fall for these lies. If you're a consumer, look into these things. There's a 3-minute movie challenge in the description. This industry is a joke. It's a lie. Don't be a blind consumer. Don't just believe what you hear about, say, pasture raised. None of these farmers actually give a shit. They only care about their fucking Benjamins. They only care about money. That's all they care about. They're greedy. That's all they care. Like, they literally send babies to slaughter. Mother cows, I'm going to show you the slaughterhouse in a second, are pregnant. They're still pregnant when they send them to slaughter. That's how much they care about them. Then they lie about it. They say, no, we don't do that. They want to paint this picture that they're nice people, but they aren't. Farmers are not nice. Animal farmers are not nice people. They want to claim that they are. If they were good people, then why do they uh, say that, oh, I don't like this process, I don't like what's going on, I don't think it's okay. But yet then they stand shoulder to shoulder with these so-called bad actors. They don't care. They only care about their fucking money. If they actually cared, they would tell on their neighbors and stuff like that for doing the horrific things that they do. So guys, stick around. I'm gonna show you next. I just showed you earlier. If you haven't seen, rewind back on the stream. This is a tannery, a skinning place where they take the skins from the animals and they put them in a chemical bath, a chemical soup. They have employees there without masks with splashing chemicals going everywhere. What do you think that does to our healthcare? What do you think that does to our environment, the community surrounding? Let alone what you're doing to innocent animals by cutting off their skins. Imagine what that does to someone psychologically, cutting off skins, seeing that happen. It's unbelievable. So we're gonna walk down to the slaughterhouse now. They just closed the gates on me. Of course, this industry doesn't want to show you the truth. And then when you drive down here, sometimes you see body parts. I was just at the slaughterhouse there. You see the truck there. There's another truck sitting outside in front. I don't know if I'll be able to get to it in time. Oftentimes they move the trucks, they hide them so that you don't see. And again, I was just here actually, and they slammed the door shut. The guy purposely made sure that he slammed it shut just to show me how aggressive this industry is. And once again, I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I worked for the Canadian government 15 and a half years, and I'm out here sharing the truth, sharing the absolute truth. And a lot of people get triggered, like the trolls in the chat, right? These people are people that have killed animals themselves. They've executed them. They're hunters. They're people who work on kill floors. They're farmers who smash piglets' heads on the ground. This is normalized violence, what's been accepted in society. So this place, actually, I've been assaulted at physically a few times. I've been, someone actually drove their car at me as a weapon to try to intimidate me. I've been told off many times. A guy tried to snatch my phone. I mean, that's why I'm all camered up. I have to protect myself. But can you imagine if this industry was actually transparent? They would let me walk in the doors and show me how proud they are of this industry, but they aren't. They aren't. So this is in Toronto, Canada. This is at a place called St. Helens. Hell, emphasis on the Helens. And this is one of the death trucks. It's pretty eerie because the animals aren't on them anymore. And as you can see, this is the end result. Waste, feces, the smell is rancid. I wish you people could see or smell it yourselves, how disgusting it is to be even near one of these trucks. If you go to like farm rural area, you'll be able to smell it a little bit, but it's nothing compared to what's the stench on the truck and what happens here. So this guy's having a nap. It looks like a nap after he's dropped off the poor animals. So the cops called. Here we go. Like, amazing. Amazing how, again, and this is in every country, animal agriculture cries about people just holding a camera on a sidewalk, exercising their public rights to do so. And they waste taxpayer money. We did this at Louis Vuitton. There was about 8 cops who showed up. I've seen it in London, seen it in New York. All these taxpayer taxpayer money going towards what? Peaceful protesters standing outside of these places. So there's a truck up here. I wonder if the guy's there. I wonder if there's anybody on there. We'll see. I'll see if I can get there in time. If I run, maybe they'll start taking off. So I'll just slowly creep up and we'll see. We'll see if I can get a visual of poor innocent cows about to be executed for a fucking sandwich. How ridiculous is that? It's 2026 and people still drink cow's milk. They think they had their cows or something. So I've been, like I said, assaulted at this place, verbally accosted. Someone used their vehicle as like a weapon. And if you stick with me, hopefully we're gonna see. Well, I guess I don't know what's hopeful anymore. I mean, if there's cows on here or not, is that hopeful? I mean, at the end of the day, they're about to get executed. So maybe that isn't, or maybe it is. But I have a camera that I can maybe look over and see if there's anybody in there or what that's all about. So just turn the camera around. Just gotta watch out, guys. Anytime you come out to these places, just have your head on a swivel, because you don't know you don't know. You never know how people will react. Just give me 1 minute here. Yes, 40-year-old virgin, exactly. Guys, let me know where you're tuning in from. One, in the chat if you're vegan. Two, if you're someone who's open-minded to change. Three, if you think animal exploitation should continue. I guess I didn't activate my device in time, so I gotta use my other one. It's what I call hell on earth. See if I have any footage from that truck here. Death truck. Fucking death truck. Look at that shithole. Let me guess, this guy has animals in there. Yeah, they're right in there. Right out in the baking sun. I'll show you guys. No, there's other lines of work, right? Yeah. How's your blood money anyway? You like that, right? Yeah. 40 generations. 1,000,000 generations. Death money, blood money. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. Yeah. May the world treat you the way you treat others. He said he's rich. I'm rich. 4 generations, I'm rich. Go fuck yourself. 4 generations, I'm rich. Fuck you. I'm shocked the security isn't here. Trying to harass me. 4 generations, I'm making so much money. Exactly, Sabi. I mean, they should probably brand that, put that on their t-shirts. It's fucking pathetic. Like they literally get people to drive over the sidewalks and break all sorts of like rules. What can I get arrested for, idiot? What am I going to get arrested for? For protesting? For standing on a public sidewalk? Like, so let me guess, what am I trespassing? Legally, where am I trespassing? Tell me. How am I trespassing? This is all public ground. Car, what do you mean broke ass? My morals aren't broke. Sounds like yours are. Because you're like, is that, oh, because you're stupid. Oh, congratulations. Trespass. No, trust me, you'll know it if I trespass. Everybody will know it. Because it'll be all over the fucking news. Let me tell you. The last time I was arrested, or the first time I was arrested, that was all over the news. And I made it on national television, so. The stench here is absolutely rancid. There's houses like right there. There's a playground over there where kids play. Can you imagine? This is what people pay for to have happen for their yum-yums. Absolutely insane and ridiculous. They wreak havoc on the roads. They just do whatever the hell they want on the roads. Park where they want, do whatever the heck they want. Yeah, and me standing here on public access way, yeah, I'm the one causing havoc. I'm not the one executing innocent animals for fucking milk. Imagine being that guy. Guys, if there's anybody you want me to ban in particular, you let me know. I'll ban them for you. Someone's really annoying you in the chat, I'll ban them. I don't mind. One, in the chat if you're vegan. Two, if you're someone who's open-minded to change. And three, if you are for this disgusting hellhole to exist, thinking this is acceptable and making this guy rich, fourth generation rich. Well, I won't be banning Martin. No, you shut your mouth and sit there and listen to what I'm saying, Rich. Are you one of those who artificially inseminates an animal, aka rapes them? Put your arm in their ass? Is that what you do? Artificially inseminate? Are you one of those guys? Probably. Yeah, no one gets rich out of here. No one profits off of this except for the top guy. He makes his blood money, and the farmers, the fucking farmers who claim, oh, we treat our animals good. Oh, we care about our animals. We love our animals. And like, there we go. It's the same argumentation. The exact same thing is they don't have an argument, right? They don't talk about it. They actually just yell or cry or whine. That's all they do. They don't have an argument. They just call you names. Well, Irish King, any final words? No, actually, I'm not going to give you that opportunity. See ya. Well, now Irish King's gone. I mean, it's as simple as that. Ah, Jason, that's funny. Hell on earth. Saint Hell ends meat packers. Thank you. Yeah, these bans are going to come pretty quickly. Um, I had them. Is this one of the death trucks? Is this the guy who drove someone over to his car? Yeah, it's Cinemax. Cinemax. So they're the ones that take the body parts over to the skin place. The absolute stench. Insane. Fucking disgusting. It's no wonder. It's skins of cows. Fucking disgusting. They just park wherever the hell they want to park. So yeah, last time or a few times ago, when I was here before, there was a truck with the same branding. The guy actually drove somebody over to his car. I turn around and there's this car right on my ass. The security guard who's normally stationed here, or whatever you want to call him, drove his car at me. What's up? They kill mother cows here. Can you imagine? They shoot them in the face. Sometimes they're still pregnant. Live vegan, my guy. And yeah, like look at this false advertising here, right? This isn't the reality. Show the mother's head. Show their face being skinned. Show the truth. This fairy tale analogy that somehow this is all a nice kind of thing, right? A nice way of life, a nice living. Hey, vegan stoner lady, good to see you. It's not. This is all a lie. And you're like, this is the thing, right? A lot of people just believe what they're told. They believe everything that they're told. They believe guys like this guy, oh, I'm a generational farmer. I'm this, I'm that, right? That's what they want to believe. They don't want to look into it. So that's what we're here for. We're showing the truth, right? One, in the chat if you're vegan. You can see all the vegans here. Two, if you're someone who's open-minded to change, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the heart button, keep hitting that heart button. Also, guys, share the stream, turn on the notification bell. So this guy's made his money now. He's made his big bucks. He's very happy. Now he gets his blood money, goes home, he's happy, smiling away, right? Yeah. Makes his generational wealth, whatever he wants to call that. Wait, whoa. Someone said vegans are Nazis? Yeah, right, okay. No, actually executing innocent animals, shooting them in the face for profits is exactly, even, hey, you don't have to take it from me. Holocaust survivors have equated animal agriculture to the Holocaust. So yeah, buddy, you can call me a Nazi, you can call me whatever you want, but let's be real here. You're the one who thinks you have to drink cow's milk, is that it? You think you're a cow? That just makes no sense whatsoever. Guys, one, in the chat if you're vegan. Two, if you're someone who's open-minded to change. Three, if you are against exploitation. Or if you are for exploitation, sorry. If you think this is acceptable. You know, they've had police do not cross the line. How you doing, guys? This used to be a slaughterhouse, and now they still serving fruit and vegetables. You're still serving vegetables and fruits? Yeah, good. Yeah, so they're only serving fruits and vegetables out of this place. They used to execute cows at this place and this place. They have a tannery down there. They have an oil drum facility down there just for the fat that comes from, or the oils that come from here. Kingman, if you're a 3 or anything else, you are for exploitation. Why would you be for that when you can actually live vegan? No problem. Leave the animals alone. Fuck, this place stinks. Absolutely abhorrent, disgusting hellhole that causes PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction, increased violent crime rates. And guys, look at the houses, the community right there, all the homes right here, Slaughterhouse here. Imagine, you know, I see the Toronto water, the city come here and test the water almost every time I've been here. Can you imagine? Can you imagine having the same drinking water as this place? So the seagulls, I'd imagine, will be here soon for eating the rotten, the discarded the discarded parts. Go here. The parts that the humans won't eat, they go from that chute into that box, and then they go to what's called a rendering facility. The parts that you won't eat, the cancers, the intestines, the eyeballs, the cellulitis, the dermatitis, these are the things that you will not eat. They go in here, right up here, and they go into there. Then this truck will go to a rendering facility, and then it's going to get heat treated, and you're going to feed this to your companions, your dogs, your cats, the animals that you say you love. That's what it's going to go to. I don't know how you can claim you love someone when you're feeding them tumors and intestines and eyeballs. No, I'm not trespassing. I'm literally on public roadway. I don't know why people continue to say that. Quite literally, it's a sidewalk. Legally speaking, I'm allowed to be on a sidewalk. What do you know? Did you know that you can be on a sidewalk in Canada and in a lot of countries you're legally allowed to be? What do you know? What do you know? So someone doesn't want, so this is the thing, when people complain about trespassing and they can't prove that I'm trespassing, I'm not blocking anything. Quite literally, what am I blocking? If a truck comes here, I move out of the way. There's other people standing around too, so what are you talking about? Anyways, if the thing is, these people want to claim, they want to claim that I am trespassing, but I'm not, right? They're the same people that are the freedom of speech people, the same people that claim they want to be beholden to our rights. But yet, when you expose the truth about their food system, then everything changes, right? So I don't understand. So either you want democracy, you want to be allowed to show people the truth and the reality of everything, or you don't, right? So why don't, which one is it? Do you prefer people have the right to show the truth, or do you not want them to show the truth? Do you think uh, we should live in a dictatorship rather than a democracy? I'm kind of curious. Wonder if this door is open. It's slightly open. It's not supposed to be open, but it's slightly open. Once again, I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. No, not everyone knows about this, Dom. Not a, you think everyone knows what happens inside of this place? No, they literally have cameras everywhere pointing out. They have cages, they have fences to keep the animals in, to confine them so they can torture them and shoot them in the face. No, nobody knows about this. Everybody should have to tour these places, though. I think that could be a thing. I think that's important. I think everybody should walk a slaughterhouse kill floor and smell it, and go to a rendering facility and smell it. Then they can be an informed consumer. That's why I'm out here, to share the truth. My experience as well. I'm an ex-agriculture inspector, worked for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency, 15 and a half years. So I'm just simply out here sharing my experience, sharing the truth, the things that I saw, the reality, which is this place is a nightmare. It's horrific. It's absolutely disgusting. If you witnessed it, if you've seen it firsthand, you're likely to suffer trauma, probably turn to addictions like drugs and alcohol. Many people do. For myself, PTSD, of course. I turned to alcohol a long time ago. Um, why was I fired from the slaughterhouse? I wasn't fired. My contract ended. But anyways, 15 and a half years. I was a government inspector. It wasn't one particular slaughterhouse. I worked at many. Um, Absolutely disgusting. The smell here is so rancid. Um, I really wish people could just like even smell this, and maybe it might click in their head that they shouldn't be a part of this. Guys, don't forget to hit like and turn on the notification bell. This is not ending. I will be out here often. So to those of you listening, employees of St. Helens, whatever ownership, and just so you know, I'm not going to be putting up with how you guys have assaulted me. I have protections in place. So I will be defending myself, whether it's in court or whether it's in person. So leave me alone. Allow me to exercise my fundamental freedoms of expression, which is simply just showing the truth. You guys can see the owl up on top of here. Can you guys guess why there's a fake owl there? Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess why there's another fake bird there. Guys, why do you think they have fake animals there? Take a wild guess. Oh, freedom. Yeah. So you're claiming you care about you're claiming you care about Iranians. What about the Iranians working in slaughterhouses or the Syrian refugees working in slaughterhouses? What about them? They don't matter? So wait, you only care about people when it suits your narrative. You only care about humans, marginalized communities, when it suits your narrative to work in slaughterhouses to suffer trauma, turn to drugs, alcohol addiction, and carry the weight of that, right? That's the only time you care about humans is when war's happening. Well, what about the war that's going inside their head every day from seeing animals' skins, their faces, their eyeballs, their guts, their babies, their pregnant babies that are chopped outside of them? What about that, bro? Yeah, see, this is the thing. People say they care about humans. They don't care about humans. Freedom does not care about other people. He's tokenizing, he's tokenizing Iranians just to suit his little narrative. That's exactly what he's doing. Amazing, right? Claims he cares about humans. If you care about humans, you don't put them in the slaughterhouses, do you? Right? You don't. Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. These people, I tell you. So I think the company's on break right now. And I'm actually surprised. I haven't been harassed today. Maybe the memo's gone out not to harass uh, myself or other people. Guys, 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 if you're open-minded to change, and 3 if you are pro-exploitation like Dom is, but only to a certain extent. So if you're an Iranian in war and you're in that particular country, that's bad. But if you're an Iranian who fled war and now has to work inside a slaughterhouse and suffer trauma, then that's okay, because Dom is addicted to animal flesh. That makes so much sense. Oh, yeah. And of course, there's no argument back. It's just more copage for Dom, who was called out for his uh, little lie about what's happening here. So I don't know why this guy just drove up on the sidewalk here. Maybe he's turning around. Always got to be cautious, you know? So always got to be cautious. Can I help you? What is he looking at? Yeah, guys, hit the like, hit subscribe. Sorry, I'm just kind of keeping my eye out. The employees are going back in, but I know there's some that really don't like me. How am I forcefully making somebody not work at a slaughterhouse? My camera's pointed at the fucking slaughterhouse. Am I pointed at the employees? Am I bugging them? I'm pointing at the farmers. I actually feel bad for some of the employees. But it's not a job. You call this a fucking job? A nightmare? Why don't you go, hey, Dom, instead of like being this edgy guy who thinks he's Andrew Tate or something like that, why don't you go work on the fucking kill floor and take one of those marginalized workers out of the equation so they don't have to suffer trauma, PTSD, turn to drugs and alcohol. Why don't you go do that fucking job, bro? Why don't you go slash the throat of a crying cow who's just been shot in the face multiple times? Why don't you go do that, Dom? It seems like you would be in heaven. Dom, you would actually listen up, man. You would love the fucking job. You'd be able to slash them in the throat. You'd get to eat them. Maybe you can bite their carcass while they're on the kill floor. It's a win-win for you, right? You get to eat them, you get to slash them, you get to beat them, kick them into the slaughterhouse, shoot them in the face, right? Dom, it's the perfect situation. Then you can take the Iranian that's working on the kill floor out of that job, and maybe the Iranian can actually do a job that's not a nightmare for the rest of his life. How about that, Dom? Dom, go sign up for the slaughterhouse work. You big man, you big person, you big privileged fucking asshole. You big awesome guy. Go work in the fucking slaughterhouse, buddy, and replace the Iranians that you so-called care about, or the Serbians, or the Syrians, or the Africans. Go replace those people instead, Dom. Yeah, Dom, you'd be winning. You'd be winning at life. You get to kill them, you get to eat them, you get to do the whole experience, right? And you would love it. Oh, here we go. So Dom's coping now because I'm literally calling him out. Dom, well, you would love it, right? It's no big deal. It's just a job, so you claim, right, Dom? So go do it. Literally, they're always asking for new employees. It's one of the highest turnover rates possible. People contract pathogens, E. coli, Salmonella, Campylobacter. They cut off limbs. They have surgeries, wrist, shoulder. What the fuck is this guy doing? What the fuck is going on here? Jim King. Yeah, so you can get the musculoskeletal disorders. You can have seeing issues, vision issues. You can have hearing issues, lungs, and all that. You can have all that. Bro, are you applying here? Are you working here? Why? Why don't you work somewhere else? What is this? Can we see? Why are you parked there? Are you allowed to park there? It's weird. So Dom, job's open. It's available for you. You'd love it. You get all your kicks out. You can make fun of vegans. You can make fun of, all of us, right? Yeah, vegans live forever. I look, yeah. Apparently, there's only one type of look for vegans, right? Right? Um, Driveway. Where am I standing in the driveway? This isn't a driveway. This, however, is a sidewalk. And in Canada, buddy, you're allowed to stand on sidewalks. Absolutely. And if somebody wants to get by, they can absolutely get by. And here's the guy who fucking assaulted me before. Back for more. Yeah, back for more. Maybe he thought I went away. Guy drove his car at me. This guy right here, he drove his car right at me, behind me while my back was turned. He drove his car at me and he slid on the brakes right behind me. Can you imagine? He stood in my face as well. He's harassed me, been up behind me. This guy right here. Yeah. Crazy, right? Crazy that someone would go to that length and harass somebody that way. To drive, like, I have it on video. So there's a Cinemax car right here, guys. Truck right here, Cinemax here. He got in the truck with the employee, this guy right here. He got on the truck with the Cinemax employee, right?
Why are you recording me?
He got on the. Here we go. Here we go. He's bothering me again, right?
I'm not bothering you. Don't
Yeah,
record me.
I.
Don't record me.
Yeah.
You
This is the
are-
public. This is
So don't
public
record me.
property.
I'm not your
This
public.
is public property. Why'd you drive your car at me?
Why-
Why'd you drive your fucking car at me? Why? You drive it behind me to try to intimidate me? Yeah. Call the police. Go ahead. I'm on public property. Drive your car at me? You think that's okay? I have it all on camera, my guy. Guy says I can't record him. This guy, he drove his car behind me and slid on the brakes. And he thinks I'm going to just put up with that. No, 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 no. I will not put up with that. No chance. Comes up to me and harasses me. No, 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 no. Can you imagine that? Just to intimidate me. I was literally standing right over where I was before. I'll even show you where I was standing. And he drove his car right behind me just to intimidate me. Who does that, right? Who does that? And now he's afraid that I'm recording. I'm showing the truth, man. This guy's harassed me several times. He got up close to me. Imagine all the times that I didn't have a camera too, right? How many times where I didn't have a camera where he came up to me and he was in my face? So fuck that. I'm literally exercising my freedoms of expression in Canada, which you're legally allowed to do. So I'm just telling this guy, stay the hell away from me and stop harassing me. I'll show you exactly where I was standing. So this guy, like I said, he got in the vehicle here with another company, by the way, which I named already. I was standing right here. Right here. I was facing this way. This is why I have cameras now. Because I should be legally allowed to protest and illegally allowed to film where I am, right? So I'm standing here, just standing here. I'm pointed this way, and all of a sudden I hear a car behind me slam on their brakes. I hear the dust move, and it's this guy right here, who's following me, who says, don't film me, but he follows me. It's that guy there. Gets out of it. He turns his wheels even towards me. I'm by this right here. I'm right here. And then he reverses, he parks and acts as if nothing happens. I pointed it out to his manager, and guess what? His manager didn't say shit. His manager told me off, in fact, and his manager's telling me off. So now I'm cameraed up, right? My friend was across the street and she caught his car doing it. So now what? I'm allowed to express my fundamental freedoms of expression. St. Helens is harassing me. An employee, actually, I was live, actually, when an employee assaulted me. I was standing actually right here. Right actually here. And the guy came up to me, I backed up, he hit me, and he tried to grab my phone. And I backed up. And I've told them ever since, I will not be harassed. I will not be pushed around. If they want to come at me, I have all the video evidence now. So if I get assaulted or if they try to go at me, I'm going to defend myself. But now I'm covered with cameras, so I don't have to worry about a he said, she said thing or one of their cameras dying or something like that. Yeah. Standing in front of what gate, bro? This is like a car company. What the fuck are you talking about? If the gate's open and someone wants to get out, I'm not blocking anybody. Learn the rules, bud. Learn the rules. Yes, green hearts, guys. Hit like, hit subscribe. Tell your friends. It's no wonder. Do you think if I went to any other industry that they would be harassing people like they are harassing me? Nah, they wouldn't be. So this is a DJI Action 4 Cam. It's got slow-mo. I think it's on sale right now. It's going for like 280 Canadian or something like that, but you want to make sure you get the pole. It extends very well. It's actually really great. It's a really great device, and it keeps you out of trouble. So I have two of them because I was gratefully I was donated funding to get two of them. I'm still looking to get like maybe a 360 cam. Maybe I can hang that right here, and then also put that near the trucks. Yeah, and then probably a drone at some point too, so we can get an aerial view of these disgusting trucks. So yeah, I think there's a great community base that helps fund activists. I think people are intimidated to ask. I was to ask for that type of support, but there are people that actually can't, maybe by some sort of reasoning, they can't actually get out and do activism, so they like to support through financial means. So I encourage everybody to get cameraed up, ask the community for it. I'm sure there's so many people willing to help out. 10 steps to my right. I don't know which way that is. So you want me to walk in the road? Like, I can ban you, bro. Like, I don't have any qualms. So now they got their backup guy here. This guy's still crying to his security, to his boss. Still crying. Let's fucking bring it on, guys. I'm here exercising my fundamental freedoms of expression, and these guys are crying because I'm recording a building. He literally walks right up to me like this, "Don't record me." Like, fuck you. Want to get in my face. No, I actually had to ban like 89 people, and I unbanned a lot of people, Dom. And I've had a lot of views. I've had over 2 million views over the last 11 months. So yeah, we have several activists all over the world doing the same thing, whether it's street outreach, whether it's exposés, it's all sorts of things that we're doing. So we're just trying to change hearts and minds to the open-minded people, not the hypocrites who say, "Oh, I care about what's happening elsewhere in the world, but I don't care what's happening in my backyard." Crazy, right? Like that Dom guy. Dom thinks it's okay for some marginalized communities to suffer like PTSD or have violent crimes in their communities, but only if it affects like his meat consumption or his cow drinking fetish, a cow drinking milk fetish or whatever. That's what Dom thinks, but he thinks war should stop because that probably affects him a little bit more, right? So pretty hypocritical when you ask me. How am I in the way of their business? What have I stopped? What have I stopped by being out here? Like, do you, Rich, do you understand what freedom of expression is? Maybe go look up the term, maybe learn about it. Um, if you don't want freedom of expression, then I hope you live in a place that doesn't value democracy. If you are thinking that you shouldn't be allowed to stand up for your freedoms of expression, then maybe you, Rich, should get off the street. Maybe I should ban you for expressing yourself. What do you think? Like, that's the same kind of mentality, right? You love milk. There you go. Guy has a fetish. Has a fetish about cow's milk, right? It's kind of weird, guys. It's kind of weird. He's an adult, but has a fetish drinking cow's milk. Well, you're not a cow. You can look into a mirror, and just so you know, mirror, friends make fun of me. I always say mirror. Just so you know, you can actually go buy a pacifier instead. Like I would offer the soy milk, the oat milk, the cashew milk, the macadamia milk, the rice milk, the hemp milk, whatever. There's potato milk, there's peanut butter milk. I'd offer all of those, but it seems like you're more of a pacifier guy, Dom. So maybe if you got a pacifier, a dummy, a sucky, a blankie, a bonnet, maybe your mom can tuck you in at night and whatever, maybe that can fulfill your fetish and you can leave the cows alone. Pregnant cows to slaughter, executed for your little pleasure. How about that, Dom? How about that? So we'll just turn this around so you guys can get a view of the death hole, the death house where they execute innocent cows here. Look at the fence. They have a jaded fence to keep the cows in because they can fucking kick them and beat them and do whatever the hell they want to them. And then the generational wealthers, like the guy said, I'm a fourth generation. I'm making big money. You know, he was proud of that, right? So he can make money from people like Dom because Dom likes to support animal torture, suffering, and abuse. Also human suffering and abuse, right? Crazy. Got a poppy. A poppy. Yeah, right, dude. You are funding war inside this death house. The war on somebody's own bodily autonomy, the war on somebody who had their baby stolen from them and had just a fraction of their lifespan be able to live. Insane. Absolutely insane. So is this the cop? No. Oh, it might be. It might be an undercover. Amazing, right? So I'm just standing here. People get triggered about me just telling the truth. Outside a slaughterhouse, people get triggered. They get upset. They get very personal, or they try to. Yeah. Well, how have I banned you? I ban people who spam and who are disingenuous and who call people names, right? Um, well, to a certain degree, call people names. Depends how like, you know, I think I did ban you before because uh, you know, those traits sort of still pop up. People who are trolls will probably continue to be trolls. So eventually it's like not worth having them around because they're really doing no good. There's no net positive there. So guys, now you'll be able to see why I'm here. I'm just going to turn this around just to protect myself. Now watch, guys, as this employee, he comes and tries to assault me. So this is a sidewalk in Canada, right? So I'm legally allowed to walk across here. And this guy's, look at the feces, okay? Look at all this shit, what those poor cows have gone through, right? What those poor cows have gone through. This guy drives all the way up of the road, right? Completely unnecessary to do so. So he's hiding, quite literally, from the public, right? He's hiding. Why is he hiding? Well, because he doesn't want people to see that he drives the way he does. Those poor cows are covered in feces. So look how far he went, and now the cops are here. So I'm on the sidewalk, right? This guy's here, and I'm simply expressing my fundamental freedoms of expression. And look how fast he's driving. Driving like a maniac. So I'm just beside the truck, again, on the sidewalk. So that's it. So I didn't, what did I do that's so terrible or wrong? Right? Nothing. So now we have a second police car showing up. So I'm literally just standing here. You saw what I did. It's on live. People can watch it back. Simply here, showing the truth, the reality of our food system. So now, because someone doesn't like being filmed, he's crying to the police, calls the police, wastes our taxpayer dollars simply for filming, which is absolutely crazy to me, as I'm again expressing my fundamental freedoms of expression. So this guy, there's another cop car. So that's a three cop cars for me simply filming, expressing my fundamental freedoms of expression. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Wow. So now he's crying and cops are actually coming towards me. Um, Amazing. So let's see what he's talking about here. So hopefully the cops are telling him I can record. I'm literally on public sidewalk, as you can see, legally doing what's in my fundamental freedoms of expression, which is a chartered right in Canada. So legally, I'm allowed to be here. But I don't understand how this guy can waste taxpayer dollars and continue to call the police, just like they do in other countries. They call the police, they show up, they're like, well, you can't go trespass. Well, no shit. That's why we're not trespassing. If we wanted to trespass, we would, right? But we don't. We are legally out here. We're legally out here expressing our freedom to express. So it's weird. So, and then the cops will come over and say, well, you can't do that. It's like, no shit. It's like, no shit. Never trust the employees. Never trust them at all. Because they don't care. They don't care about the animals. They don't care about anything, guys. Don't trust the farmers, the animal farmers. Don't trust the truck drivers. Don't trust any of them. This industry is corrupt. They've been brainwashed. I feel bad for them. Don't get me wrong. I feel bad for a lot of them because they've been indoctrinated. But this isn't a job. This is a nightmare. This is a death sentence. This is violence created in our world, in our communities, and this needs to stop. So I'm going to be out here doing that until it ends. As a public duty, as my own personal duty to the public, as my own personal duty to the animals, I will be out here fighting against this torturous, disgusting industry for what it is and sharing the truth, just like many people in the chat. Guys, 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 if you're open-minded to change, and 3 if you think we should shut down freedom of speech, if we should shut down, or anything else, hit anything else if you think we should shut down freedom of expression and not allow people to film. Also, if you think animal abuse and torture is acceptable. I'm not running anywhere, bro. This is my fucking country. I'm allowed to be here. I'm not afraid of shit. What's gonna happen? You think I'm gonna get arrested? I'm not gonna get arrested. They might not even come talk to me. They're probably telling this idiot that I'm allowed to film. This idiot who cried, who walked up to me, by the way, who cried like a little baby and said, don't film me. Meanwhile, this is the same guy who drove his car at me, trying to intimidate me. Why do you think I have cameras on me today, guys? Why do you think I'm filming everything, guys? To protect myself from psychopaths like this guy here, who's crying wolf, who wastes our Canadian taxpayer money by doing this, calling in cops. There's 3 police vehicles that showed up. How many police services? There's real crimes happening, especially inside. The cops should actually be going inside and stopping the crime from happening there. Not me, for simply recording on a public sidewalk. Ridiculous. Amazing. So let's see some green hearts, guys. See some green hearts. Hey Benji, how you doing? Let's always stand up for our rights, guys. If we don't stand up for our rights, what do we have? Especially, what do the animals have if we don't have our own rights, right? Then we won't be able to fight against things like this, tyranny, not having freedom of speech, all these things. Absolutely insane. We need to defend ourselves and defend the animals appropriately. So. So let's just see. So this guy's crying out here the entire time. So this entire time, he's wasted the police time, wasted our taxpayer dollars for what? For me filming? They have cameras, camera. There's a camera up there. It's a circular camera. There's another camera there. There's cameras over here. There's cameras at some of the other facilities. What's the problem? If you don't like being filmed, then maybe you should quit the job, buddy. I didn't waste anything. I didn't waste anything. I didn't waste anything. So now look. So now the cops are gonna leave and these guys are gonna cry some more. And I'm gonna film them some more because if they're on this property, I'm gonna film anything that's on this property. Guys, 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 if you're someone who's open-minded to change, and 3 if you are someone who thinks animals should be exploited, or anything else for that matter. Yeah. Good, how are you? Good. You're recording? You're recording? I'm recording too.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
So I'm doing a live stream.
Yeah.
I find it disheartening that you guys came out here today because I'm simply exercising my fundamental freedoms of expression.
Do it.
And you know that.
Yes.
I just feel like he's wasting taxpayer dollars.
We already explained it.
Yeah.
And if he's good,
Yeah.
you are good and do your business.
Thank you.
Yeah, just
You're doing your thing. Those guys are security. They are doing
Yeah.
their job, right?
Yeah.
Everyone has to make a living. So
Well, I don't call this making a living, sir. Because
whatever they're doing.
because
Yeah.
they're quite literally executing innocent animals in there.
okay.
PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction rise, increased violent crime rates happen around these
If
communities.
you have problem with specific one, you can also.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, we should be informed consumers. Do you guys eat animals?
All we are.
You guys eat animals?
I don't want to comment on that.
I would just advise you, I told them.
Can I give you a card? Can I give you a card?
Yeah, sure. I'll take your copy.
Great, great.
Just for your advice, just stay on your property.
I've been out here a million times. This guy actually has a problem with me. I don't know why. Yeah, watch the documentaries, guys, okay?
Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
You're good.
All right, we'll see you. Take care. Yeah.
Right?
See ya.
Don't go to their property.
Oh, I would never do that.
Let
I
them do their job.
I know the laws. I know the laws.
All you want is just to maintain.
Yeah,
peace.
sure.
People do that
Yeah.
all the time in the city.
Watch
right?
the documentaries. Let's live vegan. We got to have a kind, compassionate world. Less violence in the world is better for everyone. This is a violent place. They kill animals.
People like you in the world.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be over here. You should be at
No,
some platform. Right?
exactly.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
should be at some TV platform.
I hope so. Yeah.
Using all of these.
I have. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Do your thing. We have all kind of protests in the city. All we want
Yeah,
is just
yeah.
a peaceful strike. You
All
have
right.
right to freedom. You
Yeah.
right to speech. Do your
Exactly.
execute your rights, right?
Exactly.
All we are here for.
I know.
Peace,
I know.
And there's no criminality.
I know. I hate that he's wasted your time to come out here.
There's
Yeah.
no waste of time. All right.
Yeah.
So you take care.
Make
All
sure
right.
everyone is okay.
Sure.
Take care.
Thanks, guys. See, guys, there you go. What I already knew would happen. How did I predict that? Man, vegans must be pretty freaking smart to predict that for happening. Yeah, I gave them a Jenny McQueen card. So hopefully they'll watch the documentaries and stuff like that. And there we go. The manager's out now, and now they're crying. That's hilarious that these guys cry and whine. They literally, the manager hires people to come work in these places to suffer trauma. He can't even tell the workers that they're going to suffer PTSD. They're going to be fucked up for the rest of their life. He doesn't even tell them that. But he employs them. He gets them hired to work on kill floors. They call it a processing facility. They put you in one area and then they try to drag you to work in the kill bay to kill animals all day. It's fucking maddening what we do to people, especially the animals, right? It's crazy, yeah. And so, guys, this is what you need to do in your cities and your hometowns is stand your ground. Do not, you are protected in the democratic countries, you know which ones they are. You are allowed to express your fundamental freedoms of expression or your constitutional rights or whatever that is. Do not be afraid to exercise them. You have cameras. Once you have cameras, the police, honestly, they speak to you a lot differently. They look to you a lot differently. And people like this who cry, they're hiding things, right? If they were actually proud of what they do, they wouldn't care, right? If they were proud of what's taking place, they wouldn't give a shit. They wouldn't care at all. So I'm simply here as an expression to the consumer to make you informed. And what happens in these places is animals get executed for no reason whatsoever when we don't have to do it. It's not necessary to do this, so why are we doing this? People cry, they call the cops, they waste their taxpayer dollars for what? For what? For putting a camera here? There's fucking cameras all over the place. We live in a surveillance state. So they're going to cry here. He's going to waste the taxpayers' dollars, and he's going to joke about it and laugh about it, right? Like they're just, you know, going to joke about it and laugh about it and waste people's time, right? Don't film me. Don't film me. Call the police. Waste their taxpayer dollars. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. You know, these people, they're wasting our money. They're also causing more trauma, more violent crimes in our communities. Even sexual assault goes up in these communities. And people claim they care about women. They claim they care about feminists or feminism or whatever. They don't give a shit. They only care about their yum-yums. That's all they care about. It's absolutely absurd. Guys, if there's someone you want me to ban in the chat, you let me know. I'm all up for democracy. We can get rid of them. Absolutely insane. Insane, right? Yes, live vegan. If I go to a politician, right, and I say, I want more plant-based options on the menu at universities, say, or something like that, and they ask me, are you vegan? And I say, no. Is there any credibility there? No. So you have to walk the walk. Live vegan. That's how you start. And when you do that, change happens, especially for the animals. Think about it. It's not about you, right? It's about the animals. I've estimated between 5,000 to 20,000 lives over a lifetime. Imagine you had to stab those animals in the throat or shoot them in the face. Imagine you had to do that. The fucking mental trauma that you're going to get, but also the fact that you're killing that many beings, living beings, when you completely can just go like this at the grocery store, right? It's just as simple as that. It's very, very practical, simple. It's probably the best thing you could do for the entire planet. Imagine if we treated the most vulnerable in society with kindness, empathy, compassion. How would we not live in a better world? How would we not? Explain to me, right? You wouldn't. Yeah. So now we got the police gone. Were both of them in that car? Or did they park or whatever? Yeah, anyways. Now the police are gone. And now maybe they walk up and they get a little more aggressive. This is like the MO. This is what's happened before. We can get different fertilizer, veganic farming, bro. Think about it. Use your brain instead of like trying to have an I gotcha, buddy. It's very fucking simple. You get a different product in the grocery store. You stop viewing animals as commodities. Leave them the fuck alone. Very simple. Very, very easy to do, even yourself. You go to the grocery store. You see the milk, right? You see plant-based milk, you see cow's milk, you grab the plant-based milk. It's just as fucking simple as that. No brain work went into that. You can just like literally do that. That's it. Very simple. Use your Use your think box, guys. Use your think box. It's very simple. My most viewed video was actually at a fur demo. 185,000 views. We had, yeah, people selling fucking fur. In 2026, people are still selling fur. So this is the truck. I don't think it's the same employee though. But as I was explaining before, the guy who got all triggered, the guy who tried to fucking scare me with his car, that's the type of truck he got into. Drove up to his car right about there, got out, got in his car, and then drove just to park his car right up here to scare me. Better ban. Okay, well, I'll ban you, bitch. How's that? Ask me to ban him. What do I do? He's gone. No more Rich. Bye, Rich. You're gone. Animal abuser extraordinaire. I mean, I had 89 people banned, so I don't know. It's not that hard to do. You just press a couple buttons. And if people don't want to be here, if they're here in bad faith, then why the fuck wouldn't I? I thought, you know, I thought for a second maybe some of them could redeem themselves, but there's no redemption in a lot of cases. He has to be banned, Randall. He said, ban me. Do you not read? Do you not read? Ban me. Okay, I banned him. I gave him what he wanted. Oh, Pia, I know. My heart's broken. My heart is broken. Yeah, I don't know. A bit of drama. Yeah, guys, you want to support the stream, there's a link in the description. Also, if you're someone who's open-minded to change, the twos in the chat, there's a link in the description as well. Sorry, the pinned comment is to support any future endeavors, but the description shows a 3-minute movie challenge. Also, if you want to carry on the conversation, there's a few Discord links there. You can go, you can have a conversation with people, discuss things. So just watching my back here a little bit. So yeah, go feel free to go click those links and check things out. See that. So I'm doing PayPal. I don't know if maybe at some point there might be a system where there's a super chat thing. And we'll see. We'll see. I have to work that out. Yeah, we'll see. It's so freaking bright. Oh my God. Alex, I eat mostly really good, so I don't really eat a lot of processed stuff. So occasionally I'll have a, like, what are they called? The Beyond or whatever. Occasionally, but it's not a staple. But I certainly don't eat cow flesh. I don't want E. coli. I also don't want to be most importantly, I don't want to be a monster to animals. Secondly, why would I inhale E. coli? Like, I used to be an inspector, Alex. I used to test animal flesh, bring it to the lab, and you know how many times that stuff fails? Quite often. Disgusting. E. coli, salmonella, campylobacter, you name it. 1 in 6 Americans actually contract a pathogen. 1 in 6 of them. So, yeah, do you know what a pathogen does to your body? I know what it did to me. So when I first went into the slaughterhouse, about less than a week later, I got sick. I contracted E. coli. I was in the hospital for a week, almost 2 weeks. Then a month or two later, I had blood clots in my lungs. Gee, I wonder. And I was pretty much in very good health. I was exercising almost twice a day. I was also playing hockey at the time. And yeah, all of a sudden, I go from that to working in the slaughterhouse to developing blood clots in my lungs. So yeah, animal agriculture is terrible, and a lot of people are like you look at the society around us, you wonder why people are sick. It doesn't take fucking rocket science to understand the animals that you eat. Look at the antibiotic resistance, the hormones, the fact that they are genetically engineered. I mean, like I don't like to talk about the health too much because I'm doing it for the animals. But holy shit, bro. Holy shit. It's absolutely disgusting what goes into our food system. Yeah. This employee got mad at me before too. They just drive in whichever way they want. Anyways, yeah, genetically engineered. So every single animal that you've eaten has been modified, selectively bred, genetically engineered. These are not natural animals in the wild or something. Every single one of them has been bred selectively and engineered to grow as fast as possible. Think about it. That's how profits are made. Uh, that's what this industry wants to do. Is they tell you that they care and all these things. No, they're just trying to get you to be addicted to their products, become blind consumers, throw out words like humane, ethical, free range, free run, all this shit. This is a fantasy. This is all a lie. It dupes you, and um, of course, they do all this to make profits. This is all money driver. This is all they want. They want their money, their blood money. That's what they want. Um, from you, the blind consumer. Most people are pretty blind consumers when it comes to things. If they saw the shit that I did, most have never been into a slaughterhouse. Most have never even contemplated or thought about it. They see the videos, they think that's a one-off. It's not a one-off. This is like standard, regular practice. In fact, it's even more worse than some of the things you've probably seen online. If you were to go to a farmer's field, say, or like on public property, of course, and lift up one of the dumpsters, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. You're gonna see dead bodies. Uh, you know, uh, People wonder why pandemics start. All these things, it doesn't take a lot, but people just want to be blind consumers. That they just want to bury their heads in the sand and not even think about what they're paying for. The best thing that you can do is obviously stop exploiting animals, leave them alone, uh, and that's it. I mean, it's pretty simple. I've been vegan for 12 years. I'm an ex-agriculture inspector. If anybody knows what's happened in this industry, I do. But honestly, all the vegans already know. We all know. We've all been at this for years, and we know what happens. We know what's real, what's happening, and you have people like hunters or farmers or people that work in trucking or slaughterhouses that make up these little false claims, these lies that somehow this is meant to be or it needs to be, or they appeal to history or crops or some other fucking deranged reason as to why we should do this, and we don't. The very fact is that we don't have to do it. It's not necessary. So that's why I'm out here telling people the truth about their food system, the reality. There's several activists in the chat right now that do the same. We're just telling people the truth. Stop being a blind consumer. Uh, know what's happening. And we believe that most people that are open-minded, kind, and compassionate will change. I think most people probably are. They just are conflicted because they're blind consumers. They believe some of the narrative that's been told to them by this industry that executes innocent animals. They shoot mother cows in the face. They send pregnant sows to slaughter. There's people that are legally allowed to grab piglets, and because they look a little bit different from everyone else, to smash their faces on the ground. This is legalized violence, okay? The industry has convinced you, the consumers, that they are out there for your best interest. This is just not the case. This is all a sham. It's a lie. And the more you know, the more you learn about it, you'll see that people here, especially the trolls, they're people that work in the industry. They're the ones that smash the piglets' heads on the ground. They're trying to make it out like I'm insane or that vegans are crazy. Meanwhile, you saw exactly what happens every time you go to a slaughterhouse. The overreaction. Like, oh my God, it's like catching a child when they've done wrong. You see their faces red. You know that something's up. And then they admit that they've done something wrong. Well, it's the same thing here. These people lose their minds when you go to one of these places. I remember it was a couple of years ago, I showed up at a slaughterhouse and they dropped everything. They're running around. They're freaking out. They're losing their minds, right? Why? Why do you think they are? Because deep down inside, everybody knows this is wrong. This doesn't need to happen. This is ridiculous. We do not need to pay for this to happen. And what does that say about our society if we do this? I'm not on a dude, how many times do I have to tell you? This, you see the fence line, dummy? Look, you see the fence line? That is a sidewalk in Canada. Do you understand? Do you understand? Just yes or no. Do you understand? Sidewalk, Canada, legal. Like, what is, see what I mean? Like, this is what they do. They try to make it about something else, or they don't want you to express your legal rights and your legal freedoms of expression. Just like the guy who called the cop on me. If I was doing something legal, my guy, wouldn't I be in jail right now, or wouldn't I have been trespassed or something like that? There's literally a cop that just drove right by me right now. See, and I'm going to tell you guys, this guy who said that, guaranteed he hunts or he kills animals. He's one of those people, or maybe he's a farmer. My guess is he's a hunter, or he catches fish, or he does something, right? So that's why he's saying that. Am I right? I bet you I'm right. Guys, one in the chat if you're vegan, two, if you're someone who's open-minded to change, and anything else, if you think animals should be exploited, also hit the like button, turn on the notification bell, guys. I'm going to be at this. This company has assaulted me in the past. A guy drove his car at me here in the past. One guy hit me on a live stream, literally on a TikTok live stream, physically hit me and came at me. A couple times he's come at me. I've seen him actually, the same guy. He was just down there a little while ago, just, staring at me. I've warned the company though. I'm camered up now. Like I wasn't before. I wasn't fully camered up, but now I am. So if they come at me, at least camera's gonna capture footage. And I also told them I'm prepared to defend myself. I will defend myself, and I don't think they're gonna like that. I think probably not a good idea to mess around in that sense with anybody, right? We should be allowed to express ourselves. We should have freedoms of expression, and we should be able to show the public the truth about our food system. Ridiculous that anybody would have a problem with that. It's our food system. We should have full, unabridged access to it. And so, again, we have this guy. Actually, this is the same trucking company that I filmed last time I was here. And holy shit, guys, you would not believe one of the cows had a gaping wound, blood everywhere, horrific. So this guy's moving out so this guy can move in. And obviously, they're going to try to prevent me from seeing the truth. Why not be transparent? Why not tell the truth about our food system? As you can see right here, guys, you can see the cow right there. Insane. Absolutely insane what we do to these innocent animals. Poor cows. How much money is enough? How much money is enough? How much more money do you need? Insane. Wow, this guy's just losing it. He can't even drive properly. He's so triggered. I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. How insane is this? What the hell is wrong with our society when we think this is acceptable? You can hear the cows mooing, crying for their lives while they're boiling inside. Insane. Absolutely insane. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Sickening. Sickening our species and what we've done. This guy just moves the truck slightly. You're so proud of what you do. Why do you care? Insane. He's moving the truck. They're trying to scramble now, guys. Exactly what I was saying before. Scrambling. They're absolutely scrambling because they don't want you to see the truth, the reality of your food systems. They're hiding what happens, pushing people to the road. Hi, buddy. I'm so sorry. As you can see the sickening. You can hear the employees yelling, screaming. Why are they so afraid? Because they don't want you to see the truth. Normalized in our society. Normalized violence. Shameful. Hear them screaming. They don't want to be in here. They don't want to be in here. They don't want to have their lives taken. For what? For money? For money? Get the feces everywhere. Just a number. Just a number. I'm so sorry. Shameful. Shameful. off to the death, off to be executed for what? Can't even begin to describe the smell. Shameful. Well, you don't have to hunt. Hunting is just for people that get a thrill to kill, bro. That's all people care about. They enjoy killing just for people to get off. Just like eating animals is. It's not necessary. You don't have to do it. It's not mandatory. Heard the cows mooing. What they have to go through. All for someone to drink a cow's milk. Someone has to lose their life. Has to be murdered just so someone can drink someone's milk. That's the kind of world we live in. And people wonder why we live in such a shitty world. Gee, I wonder, could it be because we are creating a violent world? Yeah, I think so. It's because we pay for violence to happen? Yeah, I think so. Of course. Yeah. So you got the one guy who assaulted me last time. He's slowly creeping up here. So stay tuned if you want to see some drama. If he keeps walking up this way, he might turn around though. Yeah, well, deers are bred into existence. They have deer farms, right? So you're literally creating psychopaths. Oh, conservation. Why do you have deer farms, bro? You're creating animals into existence for absolutely no reason. You don't have to do this. You choose to do it, right? You don't have to, right? Move where? What the fuck are you talking about? This is my country, bro. Born and raised. Thank you very much. Probably a better hockey player than you, too. Not that that's the standard, but well, exactly. Like, so 80, what is it? 83% of our agricultural land is used to farm 92 billion land animals each year. We breed them into existence when we can literally feed, uh, what? With 1/4 of that land, we could feed almost double our population. Like, it's ridiculous. It's simple math. No, we don't have to eat animals, dude. How would I be standing? Oh my God. Like, it's 2026, dude. 2026. Well, hopefully maybe the Canadians win. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a Red Wings fan, ironically. But yeah, it's 2026, dude. You don't have to eat animals. No, I don't. I don't believe in the corrupt political systems. You believe in that? Go ahead. That's up to you. But I don't. I certainly don't give a shit about politics. I think 99% of politicians are uh, narcissists. They don't give a shit about you or anybody else. Oh, so you're from the South. So what's your fucking point? Do you know how many vegans are in the South? I have great friends in Austin, Texas. Actually, Rowdy Girl Sanctuary's in the South. She changed. She changed her entire cattle ranch. Now she helps farmers not be idiots, and they become vegan sanctuaries. So if you can't figure it out, I can point you in that direction. But holy shit. What do I eat at a Red Wings game? Well, I don't normally go to Red Wings games because it's too fucking expensive. They probably have plant-based options, just like everywhere else. It's not hard. Look, I'm an ex-agriculture inspector, buddy. I worked in slaughterhouses. I've been on more farms than you'll ever be on, more slaughterhouses than you'll ever be in. So I've seen it firsthand. And that's why I'm out here. I learned 12 years ago that I didn't have to be a part of this stupid system. And now I'm here speaking the truth. So what's the fucking problem with that? You think it's okay to execute animals for your pleasure? Well, it's not. We can live vegan. And maybe you don't know, but I think you know. I think you probably know, dude. You probably know the truth about it, right? You're probably a farmer. You probably think it's okay. And yeah, plenty of vegans talk out in the US and Canada and anywhere, right? Oh, so stupid. Do you have a job? Okay, let's pretend that I do or don't. Why does that fucking matter? Why does it matter? I'm retired actually, but why does that matter to you? How does what I do, uh, make you make your decisions, right? So if somebody doesn't have a job, does that imply that you can execute and have animals tortured for your pleasure? Is that what we're getting at? Do something about what I am. I've reached over 2 million people in the last year talking about slaughterhouses. So I think I've reached a few people. And actually, I have some statistics that I can show that people have gone to the 3-minute movie challenge, which is in the description, by the way. And people have said they're going vegan. So what more would you like me to do, Dom? Why don't you stop being a loser, animal abuser, join the vegans, and do something about it instead of being a what? Simp, a bot, a drone who just follows what he's told to do, to eat babies. Like, people complain about this Epstein Island thing about potentially humans eating babies. Who the heck do you think you're eating? 80% of the animals you ate are just like 7 weeks old or younger. Pigs are 6 months old. You're eating, most of the animals you eat are like under 2 years old. Think about it. Haven't heard that one before, DJS. You think that sometime maybe they'd come up with more creative things to say, but they don't, because they can't. It's kind of boring, actually. Oh, thanks, tomato. Exactly, Allison. No difference. You cannot compare an animal to a human age. Well, humans are animals, buddy. How come we can cherry pick what we want versus what we don't? Like, so let me get this straight. Where's your baby range? 6 months? A year? What's the baby range? Are they a juvenile then? Are you eating juveniles? Does that make your brain say it's better? Like, what? You're literally putting money into the pocketbooks of corporations like this. So this guy can live in a big fucking mansion in Toronto, making his money, getting his yacht, getting his boat, being a generational wealther. So you can pay for that, or you can not pay for the enslavement and torture and exploitation and commodification of innocent beings. No, you're gonna pay for the billionaires to make more money, right? Secondhand clothing, baby. Or I've had this T-shirt. I've had for I think since 2019. This shirt here I've had since 2000, maybe 2018. Yeah, I'm the problem. So this is another appeal to what I'm doing versus what you can do, right? Because this guy, obviously, he hunts, he farms, he drives, he does something to exploit animals, right? So he can't think beyond his own selfishness, rather than thinking about the 5,000 to 20,000 lives that he's going to have executed for his pleasure, right? All for a little yum yum pleasure. Like, give me a break. This isn't making money. This is actually I would say it's a death sentence or a traumatic what would you call that? A traumatized life that these people are going to have. Seeing an animal shot in the face over and 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 over is going to fuck you up mentally. Okay. These workers are going to cut off limbs. They're going to suffer from pathogens like E. coli, Salmonella, Campylobacter. They're going to have surgeries like wrist, shoulder, all these different surgeries that they're going to have. Eye issues, hearing issues. This is inherent. This is systematic oppression and exploitation. Of course, humans are going to be exploited at the same time. So this isn't a job. You're creating a more violent world, including increased violent crime rates surrounding this community. For example, see the houses back there? This community, for example, you're creating more violent crime rates, including sexual assault. So if you care about the females, maybe you don't want that to happen. And of course, on farmers' land, so to say, do you have any idea what the farmers do there? They're literally killing animals all day. Like in pig farms, they're smashing piglets' heads against the ground. They're cutting off their tails. They're ripping out their testicles. It's insane, right? It's insane. They're ripping out their teeth. They send them to gas chambers, and people are okay with this. This is somehow normalized in society. Maybe you didn't know, but that's what happens. That's exactly what happens. And then they smash their heads on the ground if they don't look a little right. But we all know sometimes maybe people go a little bit far. If you didn't know, some of these farmers, they actually hang. They'll hang the animals. They'll hang a pig up so that the other pigs will look at this. So their trucks are like forcing people to drive right off the road there. But they'll hang pigs so that the other pigs will listen, right? If you beat a cow, the next cow that sees that, they might listen, right? We have undercover exposés. We Animals shows this. My Joey Carbstrong just recently exposed Slaughterhouse as well. I mean, this isn't unknown, and I believe if you're actually open-minded, you'll look into things. You'll actually think about things more clearly. Guys, 1 in the chat if you're vegan, 2 if you're someone who's open-minded to change. There's a link in the description. You can go take a look. It's a 3-minute movie challenge. See the truth. Don't be a blind consumer. See the reality of what takes place in your food system, and be an informed consumer. Know what's happening. Be part of the solution, right? And if you like animal exploitation, you can hit anything else, a 3 or whatever characters you want. Let's see some green hearts in the chat as well. Let's see some likes. Also, guys, don't forget to turn on the notification bell, subscribe. Yeah, I keep forgetting to tell people to subscribe. This doesn't stop. I will be live multiple times. I go live almost sometimes weekly, multiple times in a week. So I don't strictly just go to slaughterhouses, although if I could, I would. It is hard being out here. The smells, seeing the animals go through what they go through, it's absolutely ridiculous. Plus, you know, there's a bit of intensity because you always have to have your head on a swivel because employees get crazy. Like that guy there, he drove his car at me one time. Employee came at me, he hit me. So you have to be a little bit aware when you come to these places. So it takes a lot out of you, right? Yeah, of course, Raven. You know, I worked in it, ex-slaughterhouse inspector, 15 and a half years. I worked, I think it was about 6 or 7 years inside slaughterhouses, off and on. I was very sick. I left due to respiratory issues, and I worked in other facets in the industry. Then I worked in an investigation unit, and I saw a cow. So the cow had given birth on a truck. So I worked in this investigation unit. So what happens is these non-compliance files would come to me, and my role was to look at the paperwork to determine if the inspector's notes were there, photos, and if there was enough to go on my supervisor's desk in order for them to decide if it was going to go to prosecution. And so unfortunately, or whatever, like 99.9% of those cases would just died. And after 5-10 years, they get thrown in the garbage and nobody ever hears about them. All these innocent animals that were tortured, died due to inclement weather, died to severe animal cruelty, abuse, neglect. Those animals will never see justice, right? So that's one of the things that I saw was on this truck, there was a calf. A calf's head had been crushed in beside the mother who had given birth, who was also dead. So the mother gave birth on the truck to a calf, and that calf's head was like crushed. And so that's standard. You know, this is it's happening all over the place. James doesn't care because James is a psychopath, clearly. Who cares? Who cares that an innocent animal had to go through such a horrific death? Can you imagine that mentality? Well, James probably kills animals, he hunts animals, clearly a psychopath, clearly someone that's not benefiting society, right? Can you imagine, James, if that was your family or someone you cared about going through that? James is a sick individual. Yeah, exactly. So that's what we're fighting against, guys. 1, in the chat if you're vegan. 2, if you're open-minded to change. And 3, if you're someone like James who thinks it's okay to do that to innocent animals. Insane. Absolutely insane. I've been inside these places. Actually, I was inside this place many, many years ago. So I don't need to go in again. But I would love if people, I would love investigative exposures. Guys, if you're a whistleblower, reach out to me. I can definitely put you in touch with the right people. I'm on Instagram, send me a DM. Uh, Share the truth. If you're somebody who's worked in this industry, you have a story to share, share it. There's other people that, even in this chat, have flipped the script like myself and decided I'm not going to work in this industry anymore. I'm going to share the truth about what happens. I'm going to expose this disgusting hell for the individuals. If you're a farmer, there's places that can help you transition. If you're again someone who wants to get active, there's also We the Free animal rights organization in the description as well. You can support them too with monthly donations. That would be terrific. So there's all sorts of ways you can get active or support. Just encourage you to get active and get active for the animals. We need them. Pavel Datsuk donated $100. I think I have a Pavel Datsuk jersey actually. So yeah, guys, we can definitely get active and get out there for the animals. We can do more is what I'm getting at. It's uncomfortable being out here for sure, but it has to be done. If we're going to change the world, we need to get uncomfortable. We need to start pushing and getting this industry exposed and decimated. This is not a job for anybody, especially for the animals. The animals should not have to ever go through something so horrific like what they're doing. Yeah, so guys, I think I'm going to call it. I mean, unless you want me to stick around and answer some more questions. I don't know if there's any more trucks coming, but maybe I'll walk with you down if you have any questions, and then we can call it from there. Yeah. I can't believe, well, I can believe the guy called the cops again, and he was so pissed off about me filming. Meanwhile, I've been there a gazillion times, and he's tried to assault me. Dragged? Oh, thank you, Anna. I love watching yours too. Guys, go subscribe to Anna. Actually, if you are a vegan content creator, guys, hit 1 in the chat. Everyone go over right now and subscribe to their channels. These guys are incredible legends doing so much for the animals. Yes, exactly. Oh, the smell, guys. You can't even imagine. The smell is just so rancid. Absolutely fucking reeks. How this is normalized, crazy. Absolutely crazy. Well, that's what I think. I think anytime you call out of like you're pulling resources out of the taxpayer wallet, you should be accountable for that. So why wouldn't they be held account to that simply for like being so bent out of shape for me protesting and doing my fundamental rights of expression? Eat, sleep, eat, sleep. Why are you spamming, bro? Don't spam my chat. I don't like that. Yeah, we are the minority right now. But do you think the minority, just because it's a minority, that it isn't right? Even if one person went vegan and it was the right thing to do, it's still the right thing to do. So I was just at a slaughterhouse exposing the truth. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I work for the Canadian government. And I want to share with the world that they don't have to be a part of this disgusting system that brutalizes, confines, and exploits animals. So I was showing the slaughterhouse trucks. I was showing the tannery. And this is all in a community where people live. Their kids play in the park nearby. And this guy's having a nap from Alberta, right? So he's from Alberta, 30 plus hours to drive here to bring poor cows to a death house. Fucking reeks. Oh, man. So gross. Yeah, I work for the Canadian government. 22 and a half years. I even got a certificate thanking me for all my years of service. So I work for 2 different government agencies. One with respect to animal agriculture. I do respect the world. No, we can live without animal protein, my guy. And you talk about bees, I don't think you really actually, you're using an excuse. Go watch the 3-minute movie challenge and tell me if that's acceptable. You can live vegan. We can source other ways of farming. There's lots of different things we can do. What I didn't show you guys is, this is the drum factory. And yeah, like, so again, I was talking to employees here a while ago, and they work in this shithole too. So this is like, I call this the most disgusting, not doing anything about it. Stopped eating animals. So now all those animals don't have to go to a slaughterhouse for me. So I did that, right? That's doing something about it. There we go. The stream died. Well, maybe some are coming back. So I did that. You know, I stopped exploiting animals. And now I'm vegan for 12 years. So how many thousands of animals were saved just for that? I've helped people move away from eating animals. So there's that, right? How many people have gone vegan? A lot, right? How many people have gone vegan? A lot. So what am I not doing that you see? What is this thing that I'm not doing? You're not changing anyone. Well, I'm just pointing out the obvious, right? Just pointing out the very obvious. Oh, thank you guys for sticking around. I know it died out there. I tried showing you the drum factory. It's a disgusting place where they exploit humans as well. So they put the fats in there. They put the cows' fucking fats in there, and then, you know, they use it for products and shit. Yeah, thank you, Pia. Really appreciate you. You're always such nice comments and always sticking up for the animals. Thank you so much, Pia. I really appreciate you. And yeah, guys, I appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here. We'll be back at it. I don't know when. Could be tomorrow. Could be the next day. Who knows? Maybe I'll come here every day. But I'm going to get going. The smell's just too much, and I really appreciate y'all being here. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit like on your way out. Watch the 3-minute movie challenge. Donate to We the Free. Go to the Discord if you want to carry the conversation on. And we'll see you guys.